let's talk a little bit about Saban. He has, instead of swords and daggers, he uses claws. We'll go ahead and give him a buckler there. Comes with a kung fu suit. And take a look at his skills. So his skill set is Blitz. Blitz are martial arts moves that you can execute by selecting the Blitz command and then inputting, like fighting game, like, you know, special moves. Like, you know, as you can see here, we have left, right, left. Well, you always hit A to execute at the end, so it'd be left, right, left, A. A move that looks very familiar to any Street Fighter fans, a very famous move, made famous by Capcom. Hadouken! Hadouken! But it's called Aura Bolt in this one, and it is pretty awesome. Very nice and powerful. And then another move that we will be using very rarely, but in one very specific special moment, which I can't wait for. Probably we'll either get there tonight or tomorrow, or next week, I should say, next Wednesday. I'll definitely be able to be sure to make a bigger deal about it than it should when we get there. So you just hit X, Y, down, up, A, and it executes a move called a suplex. Puts the drop on an enemy. That's one way to put it. It cuts through an enemy's defenses and this gold purity slams an enemy. That's a weird way to put that one too, but okay. We'll get to see them all in action, don't you worry. Saban is another one of my favorite characters. Saban and Edgar are two of my favorite characters. I'd say it's hard to rank characters in this game because they're all so good. This game is just loaded with likable characters you want to root for. You know what I mean? And all have epic, great moments. You know, everybody has their moment in this game. Everybody has their 15 minutes of fame. But no, I absolutely love Saban and Edgar. They play well as a brother tandem, so we'll be using them a lot together. Let's try to execute Aura Bolt here unless I put in the commands wrong, or unless everybody just annihilates everybody before Saban gets a chance. I think I messed up the input. I was never very good at fighting games like Street Fighter, so putting in that command, I'll mess it up sometimes. I guess I didn't mess it up. Here it is. Oh, the Hadouken. It's to me, it's like a combination of Hadouken because of the input as Kame Kame Kameha or Kama Kama Kameha. What is it? Dragon Ball Z. You know, I think. Kamehameha, or whatever you call it from Dragon Ball Z. He even does like the hand gesture too. I love it. He does the same hand gesture as the Hadouken. Or the Kamehameha. Kamehameha! Let's get a good save in, and then we're off to the returners hideout, wherever that may be. Somewhere in this area, apparently. Somewhere in the valley of this mountain range. Alright, let's just run away. We don't want to mess with these guys right now. Who cares? Nothing special. More new enemies, whatever. Got a Rhinotaur and some Rodox. Rodax. I do believe that the Rhinotaur is strong against physical attacks, and you have to use magic to really do any good damage, if I remember correctly. Or maybe it's the other way around. He's strong against magic. Something like that. We'll be fighting one of them soon enough, I'm sure. King Edgar, this way, please. And who might you be? Bannon! Ah, thank you for answering my question. We brought the girl with us. Is she the girl who can talk to espers? Espers? She seemed the Empire had complete control over her. Carrier pigeons brought word that she wiped out 50 of the Empire's best soldiers in a few minutes. That's a lie. Terra. Bannon, she doesn't remember anything. Stay where you are. Perhaps you've heard this story. Once, when people were pure and innocent, there was a box they were told never to open. But one man went and opened it anyway. He unleashed all the evils of the world. Envy, greed, pride, violence, control. All that was left in the box was a single ray of light. Hope! From Final Fantasy 13. Uh-oh. We're screwed. No. We now confront those evils, and you are that last ray of hope, our only hope. Bannon! I'm so tired. Let me rest a while. I'm old. I gotta take naps. Someone important to me was jailed by the Empire. I've hated the Empire ever since. I joined the Returners when I realized the Empire was rotten to the core. I wanted to make a difference. But I've no significant other in my life. That's not entirely true. Besides, I'm sure there are people who feel you're important to them. They are counting on you. Okay. Well, thanks for the pep talk, but I don't know if any of what you said was actually true. There, Locke. I don't know what you were implying by I do have a significant other, because I don't. Terra's all alone. I mean, maybe Locke was hitting on her a little bit, or maybe I think he was just kind of not lying, but trying to make her feel better and saying things that weren't entirely true there. Like, you definitely have people that care about you. Maybe she doesn't. I mean, like, for all you know, Locke, she has no one. And unless he's saying that he cares about her, it's all very confusing. What you mean? And yeah, I just glossed over the fact that, look, treasure, 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 treasure. Some nice treasure and a secret passage to get more nice treasure. And that one nice treasure we got is actually very helpful. It is the White Cape, and it protects against Imp and Mute. And it increases defense, magic defense, and magic evade. So, yeah, I like it. It's good. There are some bugs with the stats, the character stats in this game, which I don't know 100% about, but I do know there's a bug in the magic defense, somewhere. Something about the magical defense is bugged, but we won't worry about it. We'll just play as if it's not. Which would lend this game to some really good mods, I would think. If you modded this game, you could probably fix the fact that blind doesn't work, and you could probably fix the magical defense bug, which is odd because Final Fantasy VII also has a magical defense bug that was fixed in the Steam version of the game, and in some mods as well. We're a small organization now, but our membership is starting to soar. Okay. So we're just supposed to walk around here and talk to everybody and try to make up our mind. Are we going to help them out or not? We're going to be like, nah, you guys are on your own. Honestly, we don't help. The only thing I can add is that you can trust my brother implicitly. He's always been fair with me, and you can trust him, Terra. But don't you dare tell him I said that. I really like the brotherly relationship that Sabin and Edgar have. It's really cool. They seem to really love one another as, brothers, but still be a little bit rivals. And that really doesn't come out a lot in the game, but they just have it. I like their brotherly relationship. It's good. We'll learn more about their backstory and stuff later too. Take a nap. Nah, we don't need to take a nap. I guess we do need to take a nap actually. Let's take a nap. Oh, good night. Good night. Good morning. And here's Edgar. It's gonna be tough to talk you into helping us. If we push you too hard, we're no different than the Empire. So, we want you to make up your own mind. That's why, right there. Lines like that are why Edgar's a bro, man. He's a true dude. And like even his brother said, you can trust him. He's honest and trustworthy. He may be a flirt, but he's actually honest and trustworthy. And that's true. I mean, unless you want to count their time. Unless you want to hold it against him that he was deceiving the Empire the whole time, pretending to be on their side while actually collaborating with the resistance group that's trying to bring the Empire down towards his untrustworthiness. But I don't count that against him. He knew he was doing the right. He knew how corrupt the Empire is, but he couldn't come right out in open rebellion, or they just crush him because he didn't have the resources or the manpower that the Empire has. I mean, Figaro is not a very big country. Actually, other than the Empire, none of the other nations in this game are very big. They all pale in comparison to the Empire, which is why the Empire is the Empire and why they're, ruling the world, and crushing other nations as we speak. Bannon, he went outside a moment ago. All right. Have you made a decision? Will you become our last ray of hope? Nah. I see. But Bannon won't take no for an answer. And we gotta keep telling him no if we don't want to do it. So here in this part of the game is very interesting how they handle this. You can say yes, and immediately we move on to a scene, a cut scene, where they're planning their resistance to the Empire. Or you can select no and have to keep selecting no over and over again. Have you made a decision? Will you become our last ray of hope? I can't do it. Sorry. If you select no, I thought as much. Over and over again, eventually they will accept no for an answer. You have to do it, I believe, 3 times. It really gives you a chance to, it really wants you to say yes. The game actually doesn't play out any differently in the long term, but in the short term it plays out a little bit differently if you say no. You miss the war planning cutscene, I guess, and you get an item called the Gauntlet. If you say no, or if you say yes, you get the war planning scheme and you get the Gauntlet. If you say no, you get a Genji glove, and you totally skip the war planning, sitting around the dining room table talking about how they're going to get back at the Empire Seed, and it just jumps to the next part of the game. So really, the only thing to consider when making this decision is, do you want the Gauntlet or the Genji glove? The Genji glove is by far the superior item, which is why I always say no. Other than my first few times I played the game and didn't know that if you said no, you got a different item or whatever. I didn't know that till I read the strategy guide, the walkthrough guide, that you could even say no. I thought it was a but thou must situation where you had to say yes, because when you say no, it just sends you back inside and you're thinking, well, do I have to say yes? This is one of those you have to help us, you can't say no. No, you can say no. And being a let's play, I kind of want to show the scene around the dining room table, but they don't really talk about anything all that important. They kind of just talk about Terra's going to join the Returners and use her magic to fight the Empire and the War of the Magi, a little bit about it. That's basically it. But like I said, the Genji glove is the much better item of the two items you can get. So it really is in your best interest to say no 3 times. Hope. How can anyone put their hope in me? And so yeah, Terra's very young too, and it is kind of unfair to put all this burden upon her shoulders. She's a teenager. What's going on? What happened? I think she's a teenager at least. I mean, going in theme with most of the other Final Fantasies, it's safe to say she's between the ages of 16 and 18, right? Somewhere around there. Someone did a number on him. South Figaro. Empire Figaro coming this way. Oh. They found us. We haven't a moment to lose. Luck. I know someone has to sneak into South Figaro and slow the Empire down, right? This is right up your alley. Good luck. Terra, please wait for me. And please don't let that lecherous young king who shall remain nameless near you. Luck! Big brother, aren't you ever going to grow up? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We'll escape down the Let River and make our way to Narshe. I want to see that Esper for myself. And hit on it. Right. There's a raft in the back entrance. It's a gamble, but we're fresh out of options. You're in danger here. Come with us to Narshe. You'll probably even gain some understanding of your own abilities. We've no time to dilly-dally, shilly-shally. Let's make our way for Narshe. I understand you're uneasy, but even as we speak, innocent lives are being lost. Please, we need your abilities. This relic will keep you safe. The Genji Glove. So, well, we now have Bannon in the party, and we want to put Bannon in the back row. He will be the only player we really explicitly want in the back row. We can't change his equipment. We can't change his relics. I don't think he even has any relics, and we can't look at his skills. He's just a crazy old-looking wilderness man. I mean, he really does. He looks like he's the wilderness man. This dude lives off the land, I'm telling you what. I guarantee you he chops his own wood and builds his own fires and kills his own prey and eats his own meat. You know, this dude lives off the land. So let's see. Is there anything else I do? I might want to like re-equip anybody with anything. I don't think so. Yeah, we'll give you a plume tat. Why not? Nothing else to do. Alright. Move on. Moving along. Here we go. So it's probably going to explain it. I don't know if it does or not, but if it doesn't, I will explain it. Here we go. This raft will take us to Narshe. Hop aboard the raft. Nah, we don't want those stinking raft. Let's go ahead and save it. Just in case. This next section's not difficult, but it can be a bit trolly, especially if you don't put Bannon in the back row. Because if Bannon dies, it's game over. It's just weird that they... Okay, here we go. Why they chose to do it that way? Maybe just for an added challenge. I don't know. But, head towards Narsh, but protect Bannon at all costs. If Bannon is put out of commission, your journey's over. Yeah, so whatever reason they decided to make it that if Bannon gets KO'd, it's game over. And it doesn't matter what happens to the rest of your party. He's important. Mountain Man's important somehow. He does have a nice ability though, where he can restore your HP for free. It's like a free cure with no MP use. Very very helpful. And also in this part of the game, there are areas where you can do a lot of grinding. In fact, there is a way with a turbo controller to sit and grind to level 99 in this area. You just turn your turbo controller on, leave your console on, and they'll just go around in circles. You put it on memory, Bannon uses the free cure, and bam, you can level up it to any level you want to. We're not going to be taking advantage of that though, because we don't want to make the game too easy. That indeed makes the game way too easy. And that spot I'm talking about wasn't at that choice. That's not where it happens. That's not the split. Oh look, Terra's got the Thug Life glasses on. So blind gives you Thug Life glasses, man. It's nice. Man, Final Fantasy VI was so ahead of its time. It had the glasses before they were a meme. Terra must have just came back with a savage comeback. She's got the glasses. Oh, Bannon's got the glasses on too. Like I said, for whatever reason, when they programmed the game, they messed up with blind, and it doesn't do anything. It literally does nothing other than give you sunglasses. You can keep your characters blind the whole game, and all it will be is they got shades on. That's it. Get them shades on, baby. You can wear your sunglasses at night in this game, too. No reason to use a tent. If we do have one, we might not even have a tent. I haven't gone item shopping this whole game yet. Oh yeah, we do have one tent. We found a tent somewhere. We've gone shopping for equipment, but not for items. In an early game, there's really no reason to go shopping for items. The game gives you a lot of what you need automatically. Alright, so here's the grindy spot. The default on up. You get everybody, you fight for Terra, fight for Locke, auto crossbow for Edgar, and health for Bannon, and you get a turbo controller, you set the auto turbo on a button, and you just let it rip. And it'll just go around in circles fighting battle after battle after battle, and you can level up indefinitely. Thanks to Bannon's free heal, of course. It's the only thing that makes that possible. And I actually have done it before just to do it. I've played this game so many times that you have to try it out at least once. And theoretically, you could just level up to max level 99 too. I don't think I leveled up to level 99. That would wonder how long that would actually take to do that, because you're getting such little experience. You know, once you get up to higher levels, it's going to take a lot of those battles. But I left it on for a whole day while I was at school one time when I was still in school. Came back, and I can't even remember what level they were on, but Tara had learned level Fire 3. If that lets you know anything, Tara. Tara had Fire 3. Yeah, there's really no reason to use our tent here either. Just save. Don't care if the characters are blind, because like I said, it's a bug status effect that does nothing. And I use Aura Bolt mostly early game with Sabin before he learns any of his other blitzes, just because I like the animation. And I think Aura Bolt and Pummel pretty much do about the same amount of damage. And Pummel is actually more consistent with the input, although I'm doing really good with Aura Bolt. But I just like the animation of Aura Bolt. It's so cool. Kamehameha! Or Hadouken! Whatever you wanna shout out when Sabin does his Aura Bolt. What's this? Wee! Game over! Don't tease the octopus, kids! Okay, so if you use fire, he's gonna counterattack, and we're gonna see that right here. Youch! Seafood soup! His counterattack is ink, which blinds you, which does nothing, so fire away with fire. Youch! Seafood soup! Which it's funny, you use magic on him, and his response is to counter with blind. Ow! Wow! And yeah, he can do some massive damage with that tentacle attack. He can one-shot you like he just did. So Tara is out of commission. Which is fine, it's really not a big deal. She's gonna miss out on the experience. Muscleheads, hate them! Tentacle to the face! Just about killed Sabin there. Sabin's a buff dude, he can take it, he can take the damage. He's tanking it for us. So when he does tentacle on the whole party there, it does a little bit less damage, thank goodness. Because that can be really scary. We about got him though, it should be about it. This auto crossbow might finish him off. I don't know, he's still going. Oh, I guess because Tara went down. He was doing a little less damage than I was thinking. But he should be done here pretty soon. Yeah, there we go. That's all, friends. I guess we thrashed it. Don't bet on it. It's probably just hiding from us. Ew! Something stuck to my leg! Tara, over here! It's all right now. Watch out! I'm going to hit it with a blitz. No, Sabin. Don't distract me, brother. He's always been a tad zealous. Sabin! Don't worry about him. Are you sure he's okay, Bannon? You should know better than any of us. Any moment he'll flop right up here on the raft. What the? Seems a little too perky. Ha! Sabin! Sabin! Take care of yourself. Sabin! Oh man, that doesn't look good. He just got flushed down the river. Edgar and Tara race toward Nosh while protecting Bannon. But what about Sabin, who was swallowed by the raging waters? And how's Locke faring after having penetrated the Empire's defenses in South Figaro? Is all going according to plan? Find out next time. Choose a scenario. Kapoo! So, at this point in the game, you can choose who you want to, go first. And I kind of like this. It's like, well, the story kind of splits apart with 3 different parties, right? Locke went to South Figaro. They're continuing towards Narshe. And what the heck happened to Sabin? Now, because each one is a varying different length, I usually go from shortest to longest, which would be Sabin's. Sabin's is the longest side story. I don't know why I've always done that, but that's just how I've always done it. I always go them first, then Locke, then Sabin. But you can really do it in any order you want, and it doesn't really make much of a difference. So, yeah, I'm just going to do it like I've always done it. Fleeing the Empire's troops, Bannon, Edgar, and Tara ride the rapids towards Narshe. But the going won't be easy. And luckily they bring Tara, they auto-revive Tara after that fight where she was dead, so health definitely. And they also give her full MP, which is quite nice. That was awfully nice of them. Preemptive attack, nice. That's always good. Down the river we go, into another cave. There's a lot of caves on this river. Oh, it's the end. Not just a cave, it's the end cave. Let's overkill this leafer. So I like the leafer character sprites. It's literally a rabbit inside of a head of cabbage. Or lettuce, maybe. I think it's cabbage. Alright, so here we are, back in Narshe. We'll just walk right on it. What? Hey, lady. Didn't you just bust in here wearing Magitech armor? Wait a second. Get out of here. If you don't... Ow! Hold on. I'm King Edgar of South Figaro. Liar! Yikes. These guys hit hard. Ay, ay, ay. That kind of attitude is deadly. He won't even listen. It's all my fault. I like, though, how they don't want to take her into custody. They're just like, get out of here. Get out of here with that stuff. So if you'll remember earlier in the game, Locke told us, don't forget this secret entrance. You may need to use it one day. Well, today's the day. When Locke first helped me, he fiddled with something right around here. Knowing him, there's probably some secret switch in his rock wall. Yep. So does that mean Locke, like, the way Edgar words it is as if Locke was the one who created the secret entrance. I mean, very well could have. I don't see why not. The bridge is out. So we gotta sneak our way back into this town. Back into Narshe. Gotta go through the caves to get there. Luckily, there's these torches that seemingly just burn forever. Like, who lit these torches? Alright, we got a little bit of a mini game here. This is kind of interesting. So watch the light. And you want to go exactly where the light goes, right? If you miss, I think this is a security checkpoint. If we follow the light exactly, we'll probably be okay. If we make a mistake, then light will surround us. To proceed safely, we must tag the glimmering light. You know an awful lot about this, Edgar. Wonder why. So anyways, then I may make a mistake here, and we'll get to see what happens if you don't go the right way, but maybe I won't either. Okay, it's pretty easy. You just go to the same path the light went, and it's fine. If you make a mistake, like Edgar says, light will surround you, and one of the lights is a different color than the rest. If you hit A when that one light that's the different color than the rest of the little lights is in front of you, it will dispel the light and nothing will happen. You can continue on even if you made a mistake. If you don't get the light, if you don't tag the right light, then you'll have to fight a battle. It's no big deal. It's whatever. It's pretty easy to just walk on the right line. It's not too difficult. I've only messed it up a few times, and that was only just me being careless and not even trying. If you put a little effort into it, you'll get through just fine. Alright, well, what's this? Let's check this out. Recognize this field here? This is where we fought earlier with the Moogles to save Terra when she fell through the floor. And if we go up here, we go to Moogle Heaven. This is where the Moogles live. Kaboo! And guess what they all say? Kaboo! They all say, kaboo! Kaboo! Poo! Except for that one for some reason. He says kapoo, poo. Kapoo, poo. Kapoo! Kapoo! Okay. The Rune Edge. Now the Rune Edge, it doesn't say it there. We'll have to look it up in items to get a description. The Rune Edge has a special property where it consumes MP to inflict mortal blow. And that may be not the exact right thing description. It uses MP to have a critical hit. So if you have, as long as you have MP, it will crit every time you attack with it. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's not very useful, but it's there. And so we're fighting the enemies we fought at the beginning of the game, not giving us much experience or gold points, and they're very weak and easy. So save our game here, and we're almost out of the cave here. Yep. Where rats? Okay, back into the old man's house that helped us out earlier. And now the old man actually has a name, Arvis. I don't know why we couldn't have had his name listed before, but it is what it is. Bannon, King Edgar, and Terra! Arvis, what's happening in here in Narshe? The town's neutral. I've tried to get the people to side with the returners, but anyways, why on earth have you come? First, how are your people doing? They all went slightly berserk when the Esper was discovered. Bannon, why are you looking at me like that? We believe this young woman is our only hope of reaching out to that Esper. My people are dying to know what the Esper looks like. Maybe Terra can help restore some order to our town. That Esper is either going to save us or dig us an early grave. Alright, and that's that for their scenario. Like I said, that's the shortest one. It's very quick. Especially compared to these two, which are both considerably longer. Locke's not quite as long as Sabin's story. Locke has worked hard to stymie the efforts of the Imperial troops, but now he desperately needs to escape. Nuts! Gonna get to Narshe on the fly. Yeah, I got to. Got to. Oh, I forgot to unequip. Anyways, I don't have the sprint shoes now, so we're going to be walking a little slower. I meant to unequip Terra before this point. I don't think it auto-unequips relics. No, it doesn't. But what we can do is give Locke the Genji Glove. And now Locke is going to be putting out the damage. So let's have a look around town. We want to get out of here, but we're trapped. We can't go out the back way because there's someone guarding, and we can't go through here because, well, there's also someone guarding. So, let's try to find our way through here. I don't like strangers. Bring me some cider and maybe I'll talk to you. Okay. My grandfather was a servant for the richest man in town. Only people dressed as merchants may pass through. He's just a little kid. Can we not just like pick him up and move him to the side and walk past him? I mean, seriously. Like, alright, you little brat. Just pick him up and set him to the side and move along. But no. Locke's too nice, I guess, to do that. He doesn't want to lay his hands on a kid. You're that thief Locke, ain't you? Hey, call me treasure hunter, I'll rip your lungs out. Wow, Locke, that's pretty intense. Stole the plume hat. Stole his clothes too. Here we go. These are a little tight, but the price was right. B-Day suit. I love that. His name changes from merchant to B-Day suit. And he's not even in his B-Day suit. He had like boxer shorts on. Sorry. Avoid the armored soldiers. They have no sense of humor. I don't think any of the Imperial soldiers have much of a sense of humor, honestly. Yeah, forget buying items. We don't need no stinking items. So anyways, now we're dressed like a merchant, so we can get through. Little kid's gonna let us right on through. My grandfather was a servant for the richest man in town. Merchant, right? You may proceed. And if we walk down here and go around, we can get some item. A tonic from the pot. Yeah. Woohoo, big tonic. So helpful. Alright, so now we're at this part of the town, so we gotta find a way out. But before we do that, let's walk over here. And why are you wearing green armor, sir? And everybody else has got brown. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Unless, like, the green armor is something special, like you're a higher or lower rank than everyone else. Or some type of specialist. Oh, would you get out the way? Oh my goodness, thank you. And we got a warp stone here. We'll be going over what warp stones do later. They don't really do much for us right now, so we're not going to worry about it. Music in this game just gives the game such atmosphere and character. I love it so much. You don't, whatever you do, do not talk to these guys. Do not talk to these guys. They will absolutely murder you without remorse. But look what we can do here. Remember this from earlier? Hey, we got around you, guard. We got around the guard. Alright, so the old man was mentioning something about cider, right? So let's go to the inn and downstairs to the pub and see if we can't get us some cider. I could buy some more sprint shoes, but I don't want to waste the money on them. We could make it through Locke side quest without sprint shoes. Not a big deal. Hey, give me some cider. Hey, bartender, old man, give me some cider. I want some cider. I want some cider. Give me some cider. He's deaf, apparently. Oh yeah, there's nothing down here. Hey, check it out. What's up? Hey, you come to steal my cider? You thief! It's treasure hunter! It's funny he doesn't say it there, like the line. It's treasure hunter, I'll rip your lungs out. Oh boy. Can we steal Locke, please? Thank you. Jeez. I mean, we don't have to steal because we already had merchant clothes on, but I guess we could have just fought and killed this guy. Seems a little harsh though, just coming down here and murdering a merchant just to steal some cider. I mean, my goodness, Locke, you took the old man's cider. Locke, really, show some mercy on these people. He's just a merchant trying to make a living. And he's a super paranoid one. He always thinks somebody's trying to steal his cider. I don't know how many people, I wonder, have tried to steal his cider for him to be that paranoid about everyone trying to steal his cider. So if you talk to the green soldiers here, you can steal their outfit too. Only the green ones. Yeah, I already got these items. Never mind. And the reason you would want to do that is because this soldier up here will trade shifts with you, and you can get him out of the way to move through. But you can also just do this right here, so it's, yeah, there's no reason to do that. It's just much easier to walk through that little spot. Yeah, we got it. Your grandfather, blah, 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 richest man in town, servant, blah, 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 merchant, right, let's go. Ah, cider, glug, glug. Huh? Secret passage? Well, there is one that leads to the rich man's house. Go downstairs and give my grandson the password. It's, I forget. Ugh. Dope! Rich man forgets the password. Don't worry, I know what it is. It's definitely Rosebud. No, it's courage. So the password is courage. Good luck! So we're into the mansion that we explored earlier, and we already looted the basement, so we can just move right on through to the end of the mansion, that is. Hey, what's up? Oh, what have I done? I betrayed the town and I didn't even need the money. Yeah, you were already the richest dude in town. Are you telling me you betrayed your town, your hometown, for money when you were already the richest dude in town? For shame. Sorry, not trying to hit the mic, but I do need a sip of coffee every now and then. Got to keep that energy up. We're going. We might extend the stream again tonight, like we did last night. We did a 10-hour stream of Horizon Zero Dawn last night, and I don't know if we can go 10 straight hours, but we'll try. We'll try to keep on going through the night, because this game's just like Horizon Zero Dawn. I can't put this game down once I start playing it. Change clothes, or these are fine. Might as well change clothes. We're done with disguises here. So yeah, you can, but like before, we can go down in here. And like I know there's another secret area, but maybe it's in a different part than this. I'm thinking of. I thought there was. Anyways. Okay, yeah, I remember where it is. It's further into the mansion. I've seen her before. Of course! She's one of the Empire's generals. Eek. Ow. This is what happens to traitors. Product of genetic engineering. Battle-hardened Magitech Knight with a spirit as pure as snow. Which is... Why is she working for the Empire if she's got a spirit as pure as snow? And I will agree that she does have a spirit as pure as snow. Celeste is one of my all-time favorite female video game characters, which is saying a lot, because, I mean, I'm putting her up there in Aloy status. Speaking of Horizon Zero Dawn from earlier. I love Celeste. She has a great character arc in this game. She starts as the general, one of the generals of the Imperial Army. And that's, all of a sudden, she's now in custody, right? They have her imprisoned, and they're beating the crap out of her own soldiers, for goodness sakes. For what? I mean, what is it that she's done to have caused this? I'm sure she spoke out because she has a spirit as pure as snow, like they said. So the mighty Celeste has fallen. How can you serve those cowards? Hold your tongue! Yeah, so she's spoken out. And this, isn't it true Kefka's going to poison the people of Doma to the east? Shut up! Pow! Oh, I'd hate to be in your shoes tomorrow. Keep a close eye on her. Yes, sir! I could go on for days without sleep. Look at Locke. Locke hiding up in the rafters. What a good thief. That's thief class stuff right there. Remove her chains or wait a few minutes? Let's wait a few minutes. Yeah, I don't know why it even gives you an option. Like, nothing. If you wait a few minutes, nothing happens. So let's remove her chains. And you are? I'm with the returner. Name's Locke. Returners? I used to be General Celeste. Now I'm just a common trader. Let's go. You take me along? Thanks, but no thanks. I can barely walk. I'm grateful, but even if you got me out, you'd never be able to protect me. No, I think I'm better off here. Are you crazy? I'll protect you. Man, Locke has this thing, right, about wanting to protect women. Like, every woman he meets is like, I'll protect you. I wonder what happened in Locke's past to cause him to be that way. Trust me, you'll be fine. Wink. Let's go. Wait. The soldier has something important on him. What is it? There's a clock key in his pocket. Stealing is wrong. Hilarious. We're gonna take it. Took the clock key. Ah, he woke up! Time to fight. Some bread too. Mumble. Ah, he's just sleep. Fighting? I don't know what to say about that. Whatevs. We're on our way to a save point where we'll save the game. And we'll take a look at Celeste's equipment. Yeah, she was a prisoner, so pretty much nothing but a hairband. But we can give her the Rune Edge. The Rune Edge, as we said earlier, MP, critical attack. Her special ability, as everybody has one. Of course, she can use magic. It's one of her abilities. And she is the second character that we will be learning magic with in this playthrough. But she also has, and it's not going to list it here, she also has another ability that she can use in battle, and we'll be showing that off very shortly. And no reason to give her any of those relics. They're not useful in any way. And yeah, we'll just keep the Rune Edge on her. Actually, you know what? What does Locke have? Oh yeah, that's right. He's got the Genji glove going. I'm not going to be doing much attacking with Celeste anyway, so the Rune Edge, it's not really matter what weapon she has. An old clock. It's not ticking. Wind the clock or leave it. Well, wind the clock, of course. To reveal a secret door. Hey, what tunes you got on this phonograph here? Come on, play it. I would like to see one day them do a remake of this game, a la Final Fantasy VII Remake. I know it's probably not likely to ever happen. But if they did, you know how they have the jukeboxes in Final Fantasy VII Remake? They could use the phonographs in this game, because there are quite a few of them, like that one. They could use that as like the jukeboxes in Final Fantasy VII to play other songs from the game. I think that would be really cool if they did that. Let's use some ice magic, Celeste. it is funny in this game too, because Terra starts with fire, and Celeste starts with ice, and we will meet more magic users later in the game, but they don't start with thunder. I think that would have been a nice little touch if one of the new magic users you get later in the game started with thunder, and that way there would be all, one of each element represented. I think it would be cool. We get a heavy shield and a regal cutlass. Well, just because the rune edge gives her a little evade, I'm just going to keep the rune edge on her. Because like I said, we're probably going to not ever attack with Celeste. She's a magic user, and we will be using magic with her. As well as the runic ability, which I'll go over later when it becomes pertinent, and we will be using that ability too. Very useful ability at times. Certain fights where the runic ability will be very, very useful. Yikes. And earlier I said Celeste was one of my favorite, female video game characters. Terra is also one of my favorite female video game characters. I really love how in this game, there's no real main character. The story really surrounds. It's like a very much a team thing. But if you want to call that a main character, the first character you start out with in a game, Terra would be the main character. But the story doesn't revolve around any main character in this game, and I really love that too. It's really a team effort. Every character has like I said, their 15 minutes of fame in this game, and I really appreciate the writing in this game. But I also think it's cool that you start out with there's some really powerful women characters that have really good story arcs in this game. They're well written. They're well done characters. Back in these days, there were very few video games, other than maybe like Metroid, that had lead female characters. And Celeste and Terra play as big a role, if not a bigger role, in this storyline than any character in this game. I mean, they're very important to the story. Iron armor.